Shivaya. Good morning, Rekha.
Good morning, sir. Very good morning.
Rekha, I want to know, about your success story. So,
Right.
can you please brief about you
Yes.
as a yoga teacher? When it started? When did you start yoga classes?
Right.
Can you please brief?
Yes. I am Rekha Bhatt. I'm 23 years old. I am a student. I have completed my master's in commerce last year. I'm doing my MA in English now. The journey with yoga started with my college life. I was in degree. I was in my final year when I actually was looking for some body movement because of the lot of stress that I have at that time. Actually, I was taking my tuitions also. So because of the tuitions and the final year pressure, I was under a lot of stress. I thought, I just because a promotional offer was going on, and one of the parent herself recommended, saying there's this yoga class in Akkapur, it's called Bodhi Yoga Studio. Here, let us all just go and see. She has been practicing there for quite a long time, and there was a 7-day trial class. So I took all the 7 days, and then I took a year membership, saying I'll go ahead and take the class. The major reason was stress, because I actually was seeing my anger issues increasing, and I knew that I'm not a person like that, and it is happening because only of the stress. So I took up the class, and majorly, for the stress, and also I had little back pain, very, very mild back pain, which I was realizing when I was lying down. So for these two reasons, I joined the class. And on the very first day, I felt so amazing, so amazing. It could be because I've never experienced such a movement. It was dynamic, but it was slow. It was, so calming, but so powerful. And I felt that I realized that my body was capable to move in so many ways. And I was really enjoying it. So, that day I was continuing my classes, and I asked the instructors, how qualified are you? Where did you take the courses from? And secretly, I used to take the class, and I really remember I used to go down, pen down the date, and write down all the asanas they used to teach. Just thinking I would practice it someday or I will forget. Just with that mind, not in that mind that I'll go and teach someone else this, or I'll take up the teacher training course. Never in my life have I thought that. I just thought that I will forget the asana, so I'll quickly pen down, because they used to tell me the benefits also. So I thought it would be beneficial if I write it down. I still remember I used to write Bhujanga as Bhujan, and I have written Bhujan everywhere in the sun salutation. Also, I have written Bhujan. Wish I could show you, but here I am in my village. The book is there. I still remember how I have written Bhujan an year ago. So that way I had an idea that, if you want to become a teacher, you have to take this many hours as a course, and not, it is not a monthly course. And then I was like, how do they do it? Kaise kar lete ye log? How did they train for 200 hours? And and I never actually imagined that I will someday become one. Then the lockdown happened. It was a disaster for me. Though I had completed my degree, until then I had finished it. I had finished almost my PG also. I was supposed to write my final year PG exams, and then I was like, my tuitions had gone. I used to earn a really small amount, but it was a really precious amount for me, because all the major expenses of the month I used to run by that meager amount. And then the lockdown happened. The tuitions, I had about 18 to 20 students coming home every day, and the next day everything is gone. Imagine earning a small amount and everything is gone in one day. That's it. From tomorrow, nobody is allowed to travel anywhere, so nobody is gonna come home. There's no tuition. And back then, online, the concept of teaching online also did not exist. So, and then when parents got accustomed to online classes, they were strictly against it, saying no, we are not going to take online classes. Students, my children are not studying. So online tuitions, the scope of it also was gone. With the major motive of finding another source of income for myself, I thought I would begin yoga. I had 4 skills in mind. I had painting, but then again I had to go and bring materials, which at that point was risky for me. I couldn't afford also. I thought that was not a good option. Online tuitions, not possible. I had learned swimming, but then again, not possible at all. Then I thought, I have yoga, I like yoga, I've been practicing it. So I thought I would go and take up the course. And you wouldn't believe, I contacted one of the instructors who taught me in the Bodhi Yoga studio. I called him, I asked him, I want to take a teacher training course. Which institute do you recommend? What course do you recommend? And then he said 200 course is the best course. Don't go for 100, you directly go for 200. And then I contacted the Bodhi team, and then we all discussed. They said, okay, you can make the payment, and we have a batch starting in the month of June. You can join that batch. And I remember I had only one pool of saving, only one. That was my FD. I summoned my guts. I was very skeptical, thinking, is this the right decision yet? Because I had only one pool. It was a time of a pandemic. Nobody knew when it would end. And drawing all the money and putting into only one thing was the riskiest thing. I also did not have an assurance whether I will get the students to get back everything that I've invested and how much time it will take. But because of my tuition parent support, who introduced me to the yoga, and with the instructor support, I deposited and I joined the class. Within just a week or two, I also started my classes, thinking this is the high time, I cannot wait for more.
Rekha, what you are saying, during your yoga teacher training itself, you started teaching yoga?
Yes, I started along with it, because I really did not have that time to wait, because we had bills, and my dad had to stay back home, so we had zero income. So I had to be there, to pay the rent, to pay the electricity bill and other things. So along with the course I started. And there is one mistake I made here. I'll tell it in the end what it was. When I begin the classes, I released a brochure. I made a nice brochure, pink and orange, nice colors. I combined and made a nice brochure, and I rolled out on my WhatsApp status. Everybody, all of my friends were in support of me. Everybody, put it there on their statuses and all. And next day only, immediately I started my classes with two students. I sat around very full with confidence, because I knew I can do this. I had that kind of interest and I really enjoyed it, so I knew I would do it. I had planned all my classes. For the entire week also I had planned. I really had a really bad mobile, but it had a good decent camera. So a small handset I placed in front of me near the other wall. The house was so small, even four people cannot sleep comfortably there. That is the space that I had in the hall. We only live in a hall bedroom kitchen, and the space was too tiny. And for the tuition kids also, I used to make them sit in the balcony, in the veranda and all that. The day before, I had all my paintings. What I did, I stuck all the paintings on a cardboard and stuck it to the wall to make it look presentable in the class. I took my handset, placed on the opposite side of the wall, and I sat for the class. I did not even have a mat. I took a rug, a carpet, placed it on the ground, put the handset in front of me. The wall was presentable now because of the paintings, and I sat for the class. I was so ready. I was so proud that yes, I made it up till here. Now the journey of my another profession will start. It was a horrible day. I was so confident. I was delivering the class. I had everything planned. One student left middle way. I don't know why. And up till date, it's been 1+ year. She never returned. Imagine the fear. It hit my confidence really bad. Thinking maybe I was not good as a teacher. I didn't give up. I also had fixed a really mager amount, only 300 per month, expecting that I'll get a lot of students seeing the amount. Okay, and then I started, and the other girl was joining. She joined for 15 days. She also left saying some problem. Immediately, she informed me that after 2 days I will leave. And before she left, another student joined. For 1.5, 2 months, I had only one student. But I thought I would never not give up, because this is something of my own. This is my brainchild. So I thought I would put in my efforts consistently, even if students were less. After 15 days, I got 8 students. 1.5 months, I had only 1 student. 2 people joining in, 1 leaving. 2 people joining in, 1 leaving. Another 15 days, I had 8 students. I was taking on WhatsApp video call, and then I realized, upgrade karne ka zamana aa gaya hai. Now this is not going to work. This will not work. WhatsApp will not work. And then that way, we had from 1 batch, we went about to doing 2. I went about to doing 2 batches. Then it went to 3 batches. So that way, I started running 3 batches in a day. That's how the teaching started. 6 months, okay, good number of students, about 15, 20. And now I have about 42 adults and 8 kids joining in the batch. And all of that, I have never advertised, I have never sponsored. No Facebook sponsors, no Instagram sponsorship, nothing at all.
So you have 50 students now?
Yes, 42.
Exactly.
42 students from 5 different countries.
My
5
God.
different countries. And I have never counted the cities also. From Sydney, from Brisbane, from Singapore, from UK, from Virginia, America, and from India. So I have students attending from 5 different countries, and not even once I have advertised. I've never asked anybody sending the poster, please join the class.
How these 50 students have joined? Then no advertising. What is the
only mantra, word of mouth. People have went about saying, I have seen this benefit, you join this class. And I believed in one thing. I've also changed my name, the name of my class to this. Dhyana Yoga classes, always delivering more. Because I did not only teach yoga, with the our gurus also in the teacher training course, they have told us already, the classes will get boring after a long time. You have to keep inventing. So I started learning Pilates. I used to teach power yoga. I used to teach, there's something called Tabata. It is a kind of a HIIT training. So I started teaching that. I started teaching dance yoga. I also learned dance to just teach dance yoga to the kids, to the students. I started teaching yoga with props like chair, wall. I included specific classes for that. And then slowly I started understanding how students like. And then I also introduced face yoga, face oil massage, all online. I did not go anywhere, complete online. So that way
you attended our face yoga session by chance?
Yes. I always attend one workshop, and wherever I see a brochure, I attend that workshop. Thinking I'll go, see, adapt, and teach. Not copy, adapt, learn how they understand their style.
Let me tell you,
yes.
Good things copy is worth in the life.
Yes.
We should not feel shy. Suppose if I did not invent yoga as a founder of Bodhi. I have learned from 5 academies. I have learned from so many teachers. From them, the knowledge is transferred. We are transferring.
Right, correct.
So you have adopted all good things, Rekha. That is the reason you are successful.
And I used to take literally wherever I see an advertisement, I'll go and take their workshop. I have taken 5-day Yoga Nidra workshop. I have taken 1 week advanced level, 50 hours advanced level teacher training course from some other institute. So that way I've taken all the workshop. I understand their style, put it in my style, in the way my students would like it. And then I used to take the classes. Then I made it a habit. Every Friday you will get something new and you will not know what it is. A day before I'll tell you what we have tomorrow. And face yoga was a big hit. My students loved it. Pilates was a big hit. My students started loving it. So that way they used to go and tell other friends that, see, this is the benefit. And the major, the major way of attracting students for me was giving my students the benefit. There was this student, someone asked, how did you get so thin? She said, yoga. 4 people from her side came to the class the next day. So that way, giving out the results was the major. For me, it really worked. Giving the results was the only way of advertising my work, is what I can say.
Fantastic. Where are you right now, Rekha?
I am in Aleburu. It is in Karnataka. It's a remote area in south of Karnataka.
So you're in a remote place. Still, you're continuing classes.
Yes. And the major benefit I can say is, I was doing the same thing in a city, and I'm able to do the same thing here. Just a Wi-Fi connection is required. I bought my laptop along with me. That's it. And I'm doing my classes without any trouble at all. I have this beautiful place, greenery all around, forest on all the three sides.
Very good. Rekha, the beauty of our online classes that you go wherever your classes are not cancelled.
Yes, right.
Second thing, students from across the globe can attend our classes.
Correct.
And wherever they go, they can attend, because now everybody has got Wi-Fi everywhere.
Yes, that is true. And also there is no limitation at all. So many students are able to join in. You can change the timings to whatever you desire. You can, even if you are really busy, take 5 minutes, get ready and sit in front of the class. You need not go anywhere. So many expenses also the students can also save, the teacher can also save, and it is the most comfortable. For my students also, it is the most comfortable. If their child is troubling beside them, they'll quickly say, "Ma'am, give me a minute." They'll switch the camera off, placate the child, come back again. How comfortable it is. There is a student who gave birth to a baby boy just 8 months back. She's able to take care of her younger child. Her elder child is just of 4 years old. She's able to take care of that child also, and also attend her classes, also do her work from home. She's become a super mom because of the online classes.
See, Rekha, future is yoga. Now you tell me, you are a student. Now you are earning from 50 students you got.
Yes.
What is that 1, 2, 3 good things what you are feeling? Quickly, if you close eyes, what is that thing? Can you please tell me?
If the first thing that comes to my mind is confidence. My confidence has reached the level of 1,000 right now. It was in minus hundreds. Now it has reached thousands. I say this because when students call you and say, "Rekha ji, the class was so good. Rekha ji, if you hadn't taken the class, I would not even done 6 rounds of sun salutation. Today you made us do 54. I'm not even tired." When they say, "Rekha ji, I had a good night's sleep today." When they say, I'm undergoing a lot of stress. Can you please give me 5 minutes? Can you please just talk to me for 5 minutes? You are very positive. Can you just talk to me for 5 minutes? I tell you, sir, I cried thinking that people see value in me, which I did not see in 22 years of my life. They saw in me in 1 year. So one thing that is there, one thing that I say, I will always be grateful. I'll always be loyal to this profession for one thing, that it boosted my confidence. Confidence is everything. Talent again also will come secondary if you have confidence. That is one thing that came to me. Second, you might laugh, but I attracted good relationships. Good relations from relatives, good relations from friends. People in my school who never talked to me when I was in front of them drop a message. "I want to attend your classes. What all do you offer? Oh, really nice. You move your body so well. You find your posture so good. You hold it for so long. It's really amazing. Really unbelievable." Attracted relationship. That's the second benefit that I received.
How is financial? They were income sitting in a remote place. You are earning. How is that feeling?
In simple words, I started with just a simple handset. And now I have bought an iPhone, I bought a laptop. I gave my mom something which she longed for 22 years. She longed something for 22 years. I gave her that.
Such a great satisfaction, as a student, earning and, fulfilling mother's desire. I can feel it, Rekha.
Really, I bought my parents' mobiles too. I bought my dad a mobile, I bought my mom a mobile. Lockdown period, I wanted them to enjoy that too. And the major thing is, these were I never imagined that I could buy, because the only motive is whatever expense I have, let me fulfill that. Now I want to fulfill the expectations of my parents. I want to go more, go more, have more now, give more, moreover that.
One thing, how your students are getting benefit? Any miracles I have seen?
Miracles, one major miracle. I have so many to list. I have 50 students experiencing 50 different benefits.
You tell me one important one.
One important one, or difficult to choose. But one comes to my heart. There was this student who's been married for quite a long time now. She's been trying to have a child. Actively wanting to have a child since the last 2 years. she's been married for a really long time. And then she joined our classes. I did not have the evening batch then. I asked her, why do you want to? I always ask my students, what is that you want from our classes? Is there anything specific you are expecting? So she said, I want weight loss. I was like, is there anything else you want? I can specifically curate my classes like that. So she said, yes, I want, I'm experiencing infertility, and I want a child. I really want to conceive. So I said, okay. She was from America, California. So I was like, okay, I'll start a new batch for you at 6:30 p.m. and you join the class. And then we started taking the class, and I used to make her do a lot of affirmation technique during Yoga Nidra. I used to ask her to repeat specific sentences every day. So we used to do that. And then 1 month after 15-20 days, she said, my anger levels have reduced. I feel very calm. Second month, she says, I've lost 3 kgs of weight. I'm feeling good about it. Third month, she did not join the class. I was feeling really bad. I opened an entire batch just to give her what she wants. She did not join. And then she said, I'm not going to join for another 15 days. I'm flying back to India. I cannot join. I felt really sad, thinking, what had happened? Why did I do anything wrong? Then after she came to India, she called me and said, I have conceived. Thank you. I cried. I was like, that's it. I'm not leaving this profession. That's it. Imagine a mother's happiness of bearing a child that she wanted. She did not want to go through these medicines again. She did not want to go take that path. And she joined for weight loss only. She told me, I am joining only for weight loss. I only pushed her and asked her what she wanted. And then when she received it, that was the biggest achievement of my life. The second also that I remember is there was a man who couldn't sit in Sukhasana anytime. There were 2 such cases in my class. 2 such students who were not able to sit in Sukhasana also. Now then they can comfortably flap in Baddha Konasana, they can sit comfortably in Sukhasana, they can sit in Ardha Padmasana, they can sit in Vajrasana also. That who did not sit for 15 plus years is now comfortably able to sit. Another beautiful experience.
I'm interrupting you, sorry. This is what I tell to all the yoga teachers. See, this infertility problem has become very dominant now, mostly because of tensions in their life.
Correct.
So now what you have done, in a month's time, she started feeling stress relief, and you said the anger level reduced.
Yes.
If doctors are not able to solve this infertility problem, I'm telling you, we have a solution in Yoga Path. See, a person is physically fit and mentally relaxed and peaceful. From where this problem will come? I have so many cases like this, Rekha. See, for yoga teachers, you tell me, the student satisfaction is more joyful or revenue more joyful? Tell me which one is more joyful for you.
Undoubtedly, the students' feedback, their reviews, their satisfaction.
This is the secret. For yoga teachers, our student satisfaction is our joy.
Right.
That will bring more students. Now money you are getting. Money is side effect.
Right. That's true.
You never look for money. You look for the benefits of the students. You are doing a wonderful job, Rekha. And what is that great achievement physically? Anyway, you are super fit, I have seen. And you also did advanced yoga teacher training from both.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Okay. Now let me ask you one question. What is the top 3 benefits you got? Mental transformation.
First is mindfulness. I feel now I'm more mindful of the way I talk, the way I am. For example, back then when I used to take my classes, if anything wrong happens in the class, like my camera goes off or the light power goes off, I used to panic. Oh, what my students will do? What will happen? Such restlessness all the time, such anxiety all the time. Now I feel I'm more calm to my problems, to their problems, more receptive, more mindful of everything, of how I eat, what I talk, how I talk, what am I doing, everything very, very mindful. For example, if I'm writing, yeah.
You already mentioned that your confidence level increased minus 100 to 1000 earlier.
Yes, undoubtedly, that's true. And I've become so camera friendly from being so away from the camera. If I like to pose for photos, that is there, but calling and all was something really impossible. Now I've gained so much confidence on that. That is undoubtedly there.
I have one question, Rekha. As a young girl, as a student, you started now, like you are yoga entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So you have one mat, your investment, and sitting in remote village, you are earning, and you are happy. The students are happy. During this, you started, if I'm not wrong, last year, June 21st.
Yes, correct.
Okay, now means somewhere August you became teacher, August
Yes.
time.
Correct.
Yeah. Let me ask you one question. Can you please summary as a yoga teacher, how your journey started, and what are the tips you want to tell to our upcoming yoga teacher? So let me tell you, Rekha, please, we have 140 crore population in India. Yes or no?
Yes, correct.
Now, let us assume 1 crore people will take care of their health.
Right.
So, if each yoga trainer teaches 100 people, means one trainer, 100 people. Hello?
Yes, correct.
That means to teach yoga to 1 crore people, I'm taking 1 crore means nothing, like 0.5, less than 1% people.
Correct.
That means we need good yoga teachers, 1 lakh yoga teachers in India who can teach, we have many students, more than 50, like you have got 50 students.
Yes.
What I'm saying, the sky is the limit for a yoga teacher.
Right.
Especially online.
That's true. That's very true, sir.
Right? Can you please tell me briefly what are your, challenges you face? Some tips to the upcoming yoga teachers. Like I want to hear from you.
Right. The first tip is start. Wherever you are, at whatever point of time, what your history was, what your past was, how small the space is, how dirty the house is, what you have in hand, iPhone or a simple mobile, not a laptop, nothing matters. If you have a decently working mobile, start the class. That's it. Don't look out for motivation. Don't go out there and see, I do not have this, I don't have that. Just start.
So point number 1 is just you're saying start.
That's it. Only one word.
Not something great thing to happen in life. Start with the simple mobile phone.
Yes, and you will find people who exactly align with what you are offering. There will be people who will pay whatever you charge, and also charge little higher than what I do. Don't make that mistake. It will be really, really troublesome to increase your price.
Who told you to tell this? To say this charge more?
No, I am telling it out of my personal experience.
I'm telling you, Stan, charge more.
Yes.
You're not doing the wrong thing as a yoga teacher.
Right.
Society respects you more when you charge more.
Right. And also 2 things, sir. You're giving something which doctors charge lakhs for. You're giving it for free every day. Second, do not charge for what you're giving as a value. At least charge for your time, the precious time that you take for preparing, for writing, for taking every student's problems in note, making classes, planning classes for them. At least for the time that you're spending, I would suggest that you charge at least a decent amount. Don't go extravagant if you do.
You, Rekha.
Yes.
I like this, charging more is necessary. Second, coin has got 2 faces. Second face, I want to hear from you.
Yes. I know.
Are you giving free or discounts to people who are suffering in life?
Out of 50 students, at least I have 10 to 12 students from whom either I charge 0 or charge 50% of the amount only, or have not asked for 3.
I'm telling you, this is your success. I'm telling you, you maintain this. This is the Bodhi philosophy. Yes. And out of 50 people, 5-6 people don't take, no problem.
Yes, right, sir.
See, you said you're not doing marketing. They must be doing marketing for you, I'm telling you.
And also, sir, there have been students who live in foreign areas, foreign countries, they did not pay me. I did not ask for 2-3 months. On the third month, I asked, "Is it possible?" They said, "I have some fees of my son to pay because of the pandemic. We're only receiving 50%." I then did not ask again. They only came back, paid the full amount. I did not go and ask them again.
Oh, Rekha, secret I'm telling you, secret in yoga path, they will come after some time and pay money.
Right? I did not ask them again. They only came back and gave me.
Fantastic. So, what is the next tips you want to say?
Yes. Next tip is major tip. Take a course. I tell you why. You might not be running business. I do not view my classes as a business to me, but you have to learn business. You have to know how you must speak, how you must conduct classes, how to charge, how to ask, how to remind, how to keep a list, and how to keep all the records of the students that you have. You must have that knowledge. Even if you do not want to run a business, you must know how to run a business. It is very important to keep the records.
It's like a business, no debate.
No debate, truly.
It's a good intention.
Right.
Okay, what is the next tip?
The third tip is you will always have somebody who's superior to you. You will always have somebody who is inferior to you. I mean, in the terms of skills. But you must always start with whatever you possess with confidence. Confidence is everything. In Yoga Path especially, I have noticed you must have 3 voices. One is the good morning voice. Good morning, everybody. The energetic voice. Second is the commanding voice. Take your right leg back, take your left leg forward. That voice is also very much necessary. Third is the Shavasana voice. Be very soft, be very calming. The voice, the modulations can only be done when you're filled with confidence. These 3 kind of voices you have to encourage.
We always emphasize from Bodhi, I hope you know.
Yes, it has been taught to me. It was taught to me in the course. That is why I tell you, take a course. Go ahead and take a course.
Good communication skills and confidence is everything in life.
Everything. Truly it is.
Okay, what is the next tip?
Next tip is be empathetic towards the students. Everybody is going through something during the times of pandemic. Somebody has lost someone. Somebody is not being paid since a long while, and somebody are having, especially women, are going through so many in their own personal lives because of the pandemic also. So be empathetic towards your students. Listen to them. For example, there was a student who called me just yesterday and told, "I have acidity problem. I have heard about LSP, Ladhu Shankar Pakshimana. Can you please make us do that?" Without any second thought, I'll ask the other students, will have this try. Be empathetic. When you give solutions to their problems, not only will they come, everybody else will come. There was a student, she was my teacher in degree. She came, she took my class. Now her mother joins, her sister joins, her sister-in-law joins, her sister-in-law's daughter joins, her mother's relatives, 2-3 of them who I do not even know the relation of join. About 8 people join from their family. When they do not come, there is no class that day because the entire batch is filled with them. Her sister-in-law's sister also joins our class. So that is how you must go. You must go delivering more. Deliver as much as you can. Learn more, give more. The more you give, the more you will receive. And the next is the major important thing. Charge little decent amount. Don't go for lesser amounts. It will be a problem for you to even hike it. And the second problem that you will feel is that some point of time you might feel, oh, this is not worth it, not worth my time. You must not feel it.
No, Rekha, I'm interrupting you. Listen. See, you are giving good suggestion. Once you fix somewhere, say 500 rupees or 1000, you increase 100 rupees, students will not accept.
Right, correct.
It's a painful headache. So I give you 100 marks for that, and this is the way it has to go.
The next tip I would want to give everybody is set up something of your own. If you do not have the confidence to set something of your own or start your own classes, we have so many people offering jobs. You can go ahead, take your profile and take a job there, especially if Bodhi has so many offerings and they help everybody who are in need. I will suggest that if you cannot start something of your own, do not let the knowledge go wasted. You go work for someone else. That will also work, but the satisfaction from either it be from the studio that you run on your own or from someone else, if you're working for someone else, it is maximum. When your students call you, when your students drop a message. I used to personally also, there used to be an instructor. When she took the first Pilates course when I was taking as a student, I waited for everybody to leave. Stood there and complimented. Thank you. It was really nice. I experienced something which I never experienced before. Thank you for the class. And it brought a wide smile on her face, and I could see how satisfied she was. Never let the knowledge go waste.
Rekha, you got one more good quality. Appreciation, I always say divine quality. Whether you appreciate your yoga teacher, student, it makes them so happy.
Right.
What is the next tip?
Next tip that I want to give all is, whatever has happened in your entire life, that is secondary. If you have some knowledge that you can give out, or if you have nothing also, if you are in a position where you are stuck, pandemic is there, I'm not able to study, I don't have money, I have nothing to do in my life, just 6 months of your efforts, not even 6, just 3 to 4 months of your efforts will also change your life for good. I always settled for less. I used to take tuitions for so many. I used to take 5 hours of workload every day, and then Saturdays, Sundays, all the days I used to work when my students had exams and all. I thoroughly enjoyed. I love my students. I still have them. I am not complaining about that profession at all. But just 3-4 months of my hard work in level 2, and then I continued with my advanced level. Just 4 months of it changed my life for good. I have huge connections. I have attracted good relationships. I have achieved great financial independence. I need not go around and search for job anymore. I need not go around doing that. So wherever you are in life, whatever has happened in your past, leave it. Whatever is happening right now, come over it by just taking a step, starting now, starting by thinking or getting an idea that yes, I have this option. I can go ahead with this. So just 3 to 4 months of your life can change your life for good. Nobody thought last 1.5 years back that I would become a yoga teacher. Nobody had thought.
What is the next tip? Next tip, Rekha?
And the last tip that I would give, or the 9th tip that I would want to give everybody here is that keep learning. The more you learn, the more you'd be able to deliver, the more you'd be able to grow. For example, like I told you, I attend several workshops. I attend workshops paid, free, whatever I get in my hand, recorded, live, whatever I have in my hand, whether it is from Bodhi, whether it is outside Bodhi, I go and attend a lot of workshops, because of which I did not limit my teaching or the styles of teaching only to my regular classes. I have taken a 10-week program for kids. I have taken a 21-day workshop for kids. I have introduced a Women's Day workshop lately in this March. I also have partnered with an international yoga school called Global Art, just to spread yoga a little bit more. And I'm also taking classes on weekend for kids, so that we can experiment a lot. Once you have the knowledge, once you have chosen the right course, once you have acquired the right kind of knowledge, you can experiment and deliver and give out in hundreds of ways. So keep learning, keep growing. Learning is the only key to accomplishments in the future. That is the last tip that I would
so much. Thank you so much. Good, yeah. I think you have gained so much in a very short time because of your enthusiasm and because of your energy. I give credit to your parents. Brought up also plays a lot of role. Yeah, very good. Thank you so much, Rekha. And I am super happy to interact with you, and especially you are doing my job. I wanted to spread yoga. Now you have become trainer and you are teaching to 50 people. And so it is so much joy to me. Thank you so much, Rekha. And
thank you so much for having me. Thank you for giving me such beautiful classes when you had a studio in Attapur. Thank you for giving me a nice experience in the teacher training level 2 course, level 3 course. I'm going to do all my remaining courses also with you. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. I always dreamt of sharing my journey because I'm really proud of what I do. And I really feel achieved of this. And thank you for having me here. Thank you for allowing me to share my experience. I could talk for more, but I would end it here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rekha. God bless you. Bye-bye.